Finally.
And finally, welcome to our Dirt Sheets 2012 End of Year Awards. The end of the year awards.
The end of the year awards.
The end is near.
Of the end.
We have 2 awards to get through, and they're the biggest ones we have to hand out. It's our picks for Match of the Year and Wrestler of the Year. A few of these might be obvious to you, but you're about to see what we think as a staff.
It should be obvious.
Maybe not.
These things are above and beyond.
They're up there, yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about, what do you want to talk about?
Match of the year.
Yeah.
Wrestler of the year is the most.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, even though the Slammies totally reverse.
The Slammies is the worst award show of the year.
I know.
John Cena wins everything. Everything.
By the way, I'm Zach Brown. This is David Martell. We've said that throughout all these videos.
Have we?
Yeah,
I think we missed it.
Oh, did we? Well, whatever.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to know who we are.
Yeah,
yeah.
Anyway, so let's decide Match of the Year. So we polled our entire staff.
Let's decide it now.
Well, no, it's decided already. I'm just announcing it. So we had a tie here for the second and third spots.
We've had a lot of ties.
Yeah, I know. We've had several ties. We had no ways to break them, so we kind of just had to announce them.
Well, luckily we've had clear winners.
Yeah. So we have one match that stands above the rest, and 3 below that tied. Each with 5 points each. They are Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania with 5 points, obviously. Undertaker versus Triple H at WrestleMania with 5 points. And the last one, Bobby Roode versus James Storm with 5 points. That happened at Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
So let's talk about each of these matches. First of all, I'm shocked Rock Cena isn't higher.
I didn't put it on my list.
That's a huge match.
It was a spectacle. The match itself, I don't think deserves a Match of the Year qualification.
Okay, well,
that's my personal.
It's the biggest money-making match.
It was a good match. It was a good match, but when you compare it to great matches like in-ring, like masterpieces, it's not up there. It's just not.
No, I understand how you feel about that.
But I mean, as a spectacle, yeah, and that's why we put it in, moment of the year.
Mm-hmm.
One of the moments of the year,
for sure.
But as a match, for me personally, it wasn't one of the top.
I can understand that definitely. Undertaker versus Triple H. I honestly feel that this match is a little overrated.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, we felt it was good, maybe not great. But the fact of the matter is, it's a good match. It deserves to be mentioned among the best at the end of the year, but it's not Match of the Year for us.
No, it was a good match, and it had a lot of emotion around it with the end of an era. Whatever that means. But with Triple H, Undertaker, and he had Shawn Michaels in there, which was great. Shawn Michaels was my favorite part of the match, and it kept making me wonder,
that moment,
why isn't he just part of the match?
I know. That moment when he hits the pedigree followed by the
and he's super kick, it's like, oh my god, it's over.
That was one of the top moments of the year, honestly. That was amazing. So it deserves to be amongst those mentioned.
Yeah,
but yeah. And then Bobby Roode versus James Storm. This match happened very recently. It was a street fight. We loved this match.
I absolutely love this match. I voted this number 2 in my votes. This made me remember the Attitude Era. This match was like ripped out of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, I completely agree.
It was a bloodbath. It was great hardcore wrestling. I mean, I guess it was nasty in a way with all the blood, but it was very good. Classic. Yeah. I mean, these guys can't go wrong. When you put them two together, James Storm and Bobby Roode, you can't go wrong.
They're turning out to be kind of like AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe, that sort of mix.
It's like one of those classic feuds that no matter what,
they're always going to deliver.
For me, it kind of sucks that it's on a smaller stage like TNA. And I was disappointed with crowd reaction.
I know. This match deserved to be bigger than what it was.
It does. And sometimes that's the downfall of being in TNA is that this is such a big match. Why aren't people so into it like I am? If you haven't watched that match, you need to watch that match.
I completely agree. And finally, with 19 points, it was overwhelmingly chosen by most of our staff. 19 points, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan at Over the Limit.
I actually rated this match 5 stars.
I too have to agree it's a 5-star match.
I mean, what can you say? It's CM Punk, Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
it's been done before, but not in this setting. And it was fantastic. I mean, everything was good. It was back and forth action. Great submission wrestling, great technical wrestling.
Yep.
Everything you want in a match, this match has.
Yes.
It's just true. Daniel Bryan, I mean, arguably he's the best wrestler in the world.
It's arguable.
When it comes to, that's how I said arguably. When it comes to technical wrestling, I mean, who else can really compare? Maybe Kurt Angle.
He's an overwhelmingly amazing technical wrestler. I love the surfboard spot in this match. Amazing. I've seen his surfboard several times.
That surfboard he does is sick.
He even made it sicker when he poked head in. Yeah, it was.
That was my favorite part of that.
I know.
Oh my god, he keeps going.
I know. That, and honestly, I don't think there was a GTS in this match. I mean, maybe people are gonna rewatch this match, but from what I remember, there was not one in this match, and that's a reason to kind of remember this match, is that he didn't need the GTS to make this interesting and compelling.
Well, he pulled out, but the thing is, look how it ended. He pulls out that pin, but even after the count of 3, CM Punk taps out.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing. It's like Daniel Bryan is the guy who can bring CM Punk to the limit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it never went anywhere with that tap out thing.
As a match, it stands alone.
Then they started adding in Kane. And
I know. It should have stayed a singular feud, one-on-one. But the match itself, amazing.
Our time is gone.
Oh, I didn't even start it. Well, we won't run out of time. Don't worry about it. Yeah, let's hope. Anyway. So our pick for Wrestler of the Year. Let's go ahead and talk about that.
Of the Year.
Yes.
This is the Oscars of wrestling right
here. Okay, so our number 3 pick for Wrestler of the Year, DirtSheets.com Awards, Austin Aries with 6 points.
He had a great year.
He did. Standout year.
An X Division guy comes out, cashes in his X Division title, and becomes main eventer, and he stayed in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
He held the title. He had a great year. I mean...
Yes.
Whenever a company builds a new star like that, it's always a good thing, and he just had a phenomenal year.
Yes. I'm a big Austin Aries fan. I think he did phenomenally well. I think it was an amazing moment when he cashed in his X Division title for a shot at the world title against Bobby Roode and won, and He had a great reign, in my opinion.
He had a decent reign.
It was decent. It was maybe shorter than it should have been. Jeff Hardy it was sort of Jeff Hardy's time.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But for Austin Aries to be previously Austin Starr in TNA and all of that, to then just come back to TNA and totally just revitalize his career in TNA, really
it was
impressive.
Well deserved.
It was, definitely. Our number 2 pick with 10 points, Daniel Bryan.
What can you say with Daniel Bryan? He became one of the most popular guys in WWE.
Yeah,
whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
Even now, in a tag team, he is above most top guys in WWE. And,
agreed.
That's what he did. He made this whole yes chant thing, no chant thing, comedy segments with anger management, created a great tag team. Oh, what can you say? He's had a great year. He was a great world champion. Hopefully this year he becomes a world champion again.
Yeah. People go back and forth on his mic skills. I'm a big fan of his mic skills.
I think he can be great. The stuff he did in NXT against Michael Cole, I thought was phenomenal.
Oh, loved it, totally. But he's a phenomenal technical wrestler. He's one of my all-time favorites, absolutely. And he gained a massive following this year. I think that's a big part of why he's having such a breakout year.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for those 18 seconds,
I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
maybe he could have been our number 1 had they not had that moment.
Turns into good things. If he would have had another world title, I think he would definitely been.
Yeah.
Maybe wrestle.
If he would have maybe defeated CM Punk.
Over the obviously that probably would.
He flirted with the WWE title scene a lot this year. They were almost about to pull the trigger on him a couple times.
Well, at the time, I wanted to.
I know at the time, yeah. And with 18 points, overwhelmingly the staff chose our number 1 wrestler of the year, CM Punk.
He held the title the entire year.
Over 380 days.
The whole year of 2012 he was champion.
The entire year, yeah. It's the richest prize in wrestling, and you can't deny.
He's
CM
had
Punk.
the longest reign in 15 years, 20 years. Who?
Maybe the last 25. I don't know.
It's been a long time,
yeah.
and it's amazing that WWE let a guy like CM Punk hold the title for that long, and he's still today. As this comes out, he's still a champion.
He really has cemented his legacy already. He's surpassed, I think, Macho Man Randy Savage,
John
Cena's longest reign,
Kevin Nash, some of Hulk Hogan's reigns.
Yeah, exactly. So, you sort of can't deny CM Punk anymore. If you weren't a CM Punk fan, you at least have to pay the man respect that he is one of the biggest names of our generation, and that's why he's That's why he's DirtSheets.com's pick for Wrestler of the Year. Well, that's going to be it for our Dirt Sheets End of 2012 awards. Be sure to check out all the other videos if you missed any of those. If this was the first one you watched, you should check out all of our other awards where we talked about Worst Wrestler of the Year, Best Tag Team, Best Female Wrestler of the Year, among others. So do that and check out DirtSheets.com where we have the Dirt Sheets podcast.
And all our awesome columns.
Yes.
Mark vs. Mark, Triple Thread, What If, I write personally.
Yep.
And Superstar Highlight.
Yep. All those, and we have Wrestling to the Max podcast. That is the DirtSheets.com sister podcast. That's run by Gary Vaughn and Sean Garmer. You should check that out. And hopefully this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship between us.
Tell your family and your friends and the people across the street.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do video content like this pretty regularly. We kind of want this to replace our audio podcast, but hopefully we can keep all that running. And
this is going to be a good year.
Yeah. 2013
you're going to see a lot of these
guys.
guys.
Yeah. Totally. We're going to be reviewing Raw often. We're going to be reviewing Impact. We're going to be talking wrestling news, or we'll be doing all of that on video, on green screen, high quality stuff, hopefully. So,
we'll find out.
If you like this, there's more coming. So, thanks for watching, guys. Keep reading the Dirt Sheets and have a good 2013.
Yep.
Later.